In Roe v. Wade, Norma McCorvey, a single, pregnant woman in Texas, sought an abortion. At the time, Texas law prohibited abortions unless performed or obtained to save the life of the mother. To protect her privacy, McCorvey filed the suit in federal court under the name Jane Roe. The defendant was Henry Wade, the district attorney in the Texas county where McCorvey sought the abortion. Wade was responsible for enforcing the Texas statute. Roe argued that the abortion ban was unconstitutional. She asked the court to issue an order that would stop Texas from enforcing the law. The district court found the Texas restriction on abortion unconstitutional on the grounds that the statute was too vague and overly broad, and as such ran afoul of Roe's 14th Amendment right to privacy and impinged on the rights reserved to the people under the 9th Amendment. However, the court did not issue an injunction to bar Texas from enforcing its ban, so practically speaking, Roe's options in Texas didn't really change. Arguing that the district court's lack of injunctive relief was insufficient, Roe appealed the case directly to the United States Supreme Court. Writing for a highly divided court, Justice Blackmun held in Roe's favor. Blackmun found that the implied zone of privacy first outlined by the court in Griswold v. Connecticut was broad enough to include a woman's right to choose to terminate her pregnancy. However fundamental this right, though, the court also found that the state had important interests at some point in the pregnancy in protecting the life and health of the mother and safeguarding the potential life of the fetus. Nevertheless, any legislative limits imposed on women's fundamental right of privacy had to be narrowly tailored to further a compelling state interest. Blackmun's attempt to reconcile these interests resulted in a term-based approach. During the first trimester of pregnancy, when health risks associated with abortion are less severe than those associated with childbirth, and the fetus is in the early stages of development, a woman's privacy interest is paramount and outweighs any competing state interests. After the first trimester, the state's interest in protecting women's health from potential dangers associated with later performed abortions and the potential personhood of the fetus grow and can justify increased regulation. By viability, meaning the time when the fetus is able to live outside the mother's body, usually somewhere between 24 and 28 weeks, the state's interest in the potential human life is compelling enough to support an outright abortion ban. The court struck down the Texas law because it impermissibly restricted a woman's right to choose in the first trimester of pregnancy. 3 justices filed concurring opinions and 2 dissented. Chief Justice Berger concurred that the Texas abortion statute impermissibly restricts abortions for the purpose of preserving the health of pregnant women, but he was troubled by the court's judicial notice of scientific and medical data. Justice Douglas found Griswold to be controlling in this case, and specifically noted that a woman's right to obtain an abortion is included in the basic liberty interests of the 14th Amendment, protecting marriage, family decisions, medical decisions, and bodily autonomy, and may only be outweighed by a compelling state interest. Douglas specifically noted that the Georgia statute was overbroad because it equated the value of prenatal life at all stages of pregnancy. Justice Stewart agreed that a woman's right to choose is constitutionally protected, but found that justification in the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment, not in the implied right of privacy cited by his fellow justices. Justice White dissented, asserting that the court had essentially made up a new constitutional protection for pregnant mothers, and that the issue should be decided by voters, not the judiciary. Justice Rehnquist's dissent argued that a woman's privacy rights were not implicated in this case, and that the court had further confused matters by imposing the compelling state interest test of the Equal Protection Clause onto its Due Process Clause analysis. Rehnquist said that the fact that a majority of states had some abortion restrictions suggested abortion was not a fundamental right. The effect of this ruling was immediate and far-reaching, expanding the right to privacy under the 14th Amendment and altering the legal landscape on the abortion issue across the country. Roe's novel trimester framework has been modified over time, but continues to be cited when abortion restrictions are challenged. As an epilogue to Roe's personal case, McCorvey gave birth to a baby girl whom she put up for adoption before the case proceeded to the Supreme Court. She also became an outspoken advocate of the pro-life movement in her later life. If you found this video helpful, you can explore all of our content by visiting us at Quimbee.com. If you have a question or comment about this case, please post it in the comments area below, and we'll do our best to get back to you. If you think we did a good job with this video, please like, share, and favorite it. And if you think this video might be helpful to people you know, please share on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+ as well, to get this video out there. If you haven't done so already and you enjoy watching videos on this channel, click on the red subscribe button just below this video so you can get all the latest updates.